Hello everyone, today I'm going to use this jelly plate to get some prints of flowers and leaves and grasses. Got these irises too from the garden, and I'm going to experiment. I've never done this before with plants, and jelly printing is quite new to me, although I've done lots of mono printing over the years. So I'm going to experiment. I've got 3 different types of paper, some white tissue paper, some off-white creamy coloured paper, and then these kind of transparent-ish sheets of paper. 4 things, sorry, and I've taped up some nice paper for just in case I might get something worthwhile. Here I am just starting rolling out the first colour that I picked up, in fact this light colour, and then mix it with, I think I've got these iris colours in my mind, so I'm mixing up this kind of creamy colour with the light violet, just picking at random some grasses, trying to get a composition going. Irises just keep coming back and back. Ever since I was a student I did a series on irises back in the day, way back, and they've always seemed to come back into my paintings. They recently made an appearance once again in one of the paintings, well, a couple of paintings that I'm working on at the moment. I always seem to forget to introduce myself, so hello to my regular subscribers and welcome if you're new. My name's Irene, I live in the south of France, and I like to share my painting process with you, sharing some tips, some techniques, and well, here's one of them. This is new to me, like I said. Testing out, maybe you're a newbie too, you can try it with me. It's always good to experiment. I love trying new things, different materials, different products, always open to new ideas and experiences. So getting ready for the first pull of the plant series. So what I'm doing here is didn't want all that white space, so I'm taking off the foliage that I put on, pressing down again so that I've still got some paint coming through, and then we'll see the result. It'll be a bit more interesting than if it was just left white. Yeah, not bad. Quite nice, really lovely delicate petal marks on that one. Grabbing a piece of tissue paper to take off the excess paint. Now going in with this really lovely sage green colour, really been influenced by the plants and leaves on the left there. I was just making a background there, so I really like working in layers when I'm painting. I work in many layers and build up using lots of mixed media, and this is why I use collage papers in my paintings often, and I like to make my own collage papers, and this is the aim from using this jelly plate. Here I'm adding, recently I've been really into my iridescent paints. A few weeks back I put a video where I was experimenting with the jelly plate with these paints using different mark making tools. Got some nice results with got some different collage papers which I've already used in paintings. Using that green background that I printed. It's a nice, quite like that one. So some of these shots will be sped up, especially when I'm rubbing the paper onto the plate. And I'll get some close-up shots of the results. So in this video I'll just be basically trying out different colours, different... Oh, that's a nice one. Nice purple with the... I really love the... from the petals, from the irises, these delicate marks that I'm getting. So you see, as the video progresses, I'll be using different colours to build up the layers on these collage papers, like exactly what I do in my paintings. Can't help myself. Going in here with some red and yellow. Yeah, planning to use this blue background to print the red and yellow layer. I think another success. Really like that one. It reminds me of the flower, the red hot poker, which I also did a series on back in my student days. Going back in time, it's funny how things come back around. Well, I suppose you can't help what you're influenced by. I've always been influenced by nature. I'm learning. I always know that I'm going to get a decent pull when it's kind of there's a bit of resistance in pulling the paper off. So you can see these would be really, really nice as collage papers. And the one on the right, I really like it. I really like as a finished piece, actually. I can't remember whether I go over it with another layer, but it would have been nice just to leave that as it is. I used a pink colour here, and these leaves, little leaves, are from just out in front of my house. They're from a plum tree. They're lovely pink flowers in the springtime. Yeah, I like that one as well. I love the blue, iridescent blue coming through. I'm going to go over my one that I probably wish I'd have kept, but I can't remember. I'm doing the voiceover after I filmed the video, and it's a while since I filmed the video, so I can't quite remember what comes next. It's okay, I didn't ruin it. It's still looking good. Going in with some white now. See what results we get from this one. Some of these stems on these irises are really quite chunky, so you have to be careful. Well, use a strong enough paper not to rip it. Saying that, here I'm going in with a piece of tissue paper. I think I just want to get the excess paint off here, just kind of patting it down rather than rubbing. And then I am going to take off the, oh no, I didn't get enough paint off there, so I'm doing it again. And taking off the leaves to go in on this layer that I already did. The blue, I think it was a blue one. Oh, nice. So that's what I really love. What I've always loved about printmaking is those surprises that you get. The unpredictability. Going in over the red and yellow one, because I really like those delicate white marks. Really nice areas in that one, so I'm glad that I did continue with it. There's some paint left on that flower, so I was just seeing if I could get some more pulled off onto the paper. There I'm trying something different. I'm going to print into the plate, and then I'm going to print directly onto the paper with the flower. Like I said, I really enjoy experimenting, so just go with what comes to mind. Go with the flow. So I've gone right round in a circle back to this light creamy colour, and this is probably the longest video I've made, so because I just kept going and getting different results and using different colours, and I've been editing and really cutting it down, speeding things up, but you can imagine how long the original video was, but I think there's some really interesting things going on, so Like I said, you can skip to the end if you like and see all the results, but it's quite fun watching the process. I always enjoy looking back on my videos, and it's when I look back on them I can really see the influence from this of what is going on in my paintings that I'm working on at the minute. The colours and the delicacy is coming out now in my paintings, and I'm only just making the connection here while watching this and doing this voiceover and doing this editing. Yeah, it's really interesting. Still playing around with this one. Am I going to stop? I'm not sure. I move on to black next. I can't remember whether I put whatever I had black on it. We'll see. Back to the iris colours, this yellow. If I remember rightly, this one turns out quite nice, very simple. But I kind of get a silhouette version. Really piling on the foliage here. I'm going on to this blue. That's why I'm really filling it up, because the more you fill up, obviously the less yellow you'll have. See how this one works out. I'm intrigued. Little peak. Okay. I think this must be the one then I was thinking about, where it's just kind of the silhouette version. Yeah. Well, another nice background. So it's only when you experiment with things that you learn. Some nice, interesting things going on in that one too. So yeah, I'm excited about this jelly plate. Here I'm going in with my black. This gets some interesting results too. So even just this simple black and white imagery is really nice. I like it. And this is on the previous yellow background that I pulled. I really like that. I hope I don't do anything else to it. Yeah, one of my main issues is knowing when to stop. As you can see, I'm still going in on this red and yellow one. And I think that sometimes you can go too far. This one I think I went too far. I've kind of lost the initial beautiful, delicate marks that were in there. Maybe I'll get them back by adding this black. Here I filled up the plate again so that I get less black on the paper. But like I said, I'm no expert, I'm experimenting, I'm learning. If anybody's got any tips and techniques out there, then put them in the comments, do let me know. Tissue paper is getting quite used. I think I've got a couple of holes in it, but it's a shame because I think it turned out really quite lovely. So I'm going to go back in on that one where I thought I'd gone too far and see if we can pull it back a little bit with some of this black. Aha, yeah, not bad. That one reminds me of a feather. So I really stuck to minimal colours, and here you can see with the red and the yellow, I think there's a little bit of yellow on there. I didn't clean my roller off properly, which you really have to make sure you've got some piles of paper at the side to clean your roller off. otherwise you get traces of the last colour in there, and I really liked that black and red one I pulled before. That one's gone too far again, so just knowing when to stop, which is really, really hard, especially when you're just experimenting like this, and you never know. There's that feathery look again. So I do believe that was the last one. I'm going to clean the roller, clean the plate, and we'll look at the results. Here we are, piling them all together. I used acrylic paints, so they dried pretty quickly. Move the jelly plate out of the way, and really like that one with just the shapes basically. I like this black and red one again, kind of but it's great. It's going to make great collage paper, this. Well, it has made. I can't remember if I've used some of this yet. I think I've used my other jelly print ones. I don't think I've used these, maybe, I can't remember. I have to look, see what's left in my box. So these ones I taped around the edges, like I said, just in case something really good turned out. But I mean, they're on really nice quality paper, so take the masking tape off and paint on them again, and they may turn into some finished piece rather than just tearing them up for collage paper. When you take off the masking tape, it gives you a much more idea of a finished, I would say, painting, which, well, I suppose it's painting, it's acrylic paints, rather than this idea of there's of paper to rip up. But yeah, I think I'm going to work on those again and play around, see what I can come up with. I can do my usual mixed media techniques, maybe add some collage even on those, maybe add some collage of those collage papers I've just made. That would be quite interesting. I can feel another video coming up. Thanks to everybody who's subscribed, and thanks for your support, your comments, really encouraging. It keeps me going, keeps me motivated. If you're an artist, it's a really, really good way of almost like journaling your artwork. Because even now, looking back on as I'm doing this, like I said earlier, you see things that I was doing here that are now coming out weeks later in the painting that I'm working on now in the studio. It's really interesting. We finally got to the end. Thanks for watching, thanks for being patient. Hope you found it interesting, hope you picked up some tips, and see you in the next one. Bye for now. Au revoir.